Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another discussion video. This is just a quick one that I wanted to do because I just kind of spontaneously thought about it. Because recently I saw this thing on Twitter by Grumpy Mandy, and she made this really cool mock-up of what Plopsy should have looked like in her point of view. And yeah, I really like how this looks. It is too bad that Plopsy didn't turn out looking like this, even though I really love Nifty Knitting and I think it is my new favorite stuff pack, but of course, it's not perfect. It can always be done better. And it did make me wonder if perhaps stuff packs should go back to the way they were in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, because we did first start getting stuff packs during The Sims 2, and I remember the Sim Guru saying back then that the whole philosophy behind them is just that they're supposed to be stuff. They're not supposed to be huge game-changing packs. They're just extra things to get for your game. So then that ended up changing a bit over time. There was one pack at the end where they changed that up with Mansion and Garden stuff, where it does have some new gameplay, and with the high-end loft stuff for The Sims 3, they did that as well. But then with The Sims 4, that's when it started becoming a standard thing for every stuff pack to have some new gameplay in it, not just regular Create a Sim clothes and regular objects. So I'm starting to wonder if they should go back to that, because then maybe there would be less disappointment in this way, where people are getting their hopes up for gameplay and stuff packs to be way deeper than realistically they would end up being, since the stuff packs are still much lower budget than the game packs and the expansion packs. To make up for the lack of gameplay, there would be more objects and Create a Sim items. And then things like Plopsy, maybe they would have actually looked like that if it had been included in a game pack or expansion pack. I still remember how impressed I was when I saw the user interface for the spell book in Realm of Magic, and that it wasn't just trailer magic after all, it was actually in the game. So they can definitely pull off really cool looking UI stuff in The Sims still. I don't expect them to change up the formula of any of the existing packs this far into The Sims 4's life cycle. But for The Sims 5, yeah, maybe they could change it up again. I don't know. Ideally for The Sims 5, I would just have stuff packs be dropped altogether and stick only to expansion packs and game packs, so that every pack that comes out is significant, and then with the game packs, you still have the chance to touch upon some features that might not have been done as well if they had been shoved into an expansion pack, but at least they wouldn't be lowered to a stuff pack like how My First Pet stuff was, because at least if that had been a game pack with all the small pets that we had from the previous games, it still would have been a little scummy in my opinion, but at least it would have been a much better pack than what My First Pet stuff turned out to be. And I almost thought that's what they were going to do with game packs at first, where they were going to replace stuff packs, because the very first paid DLC that we got was Outdoor Treat, a game pack, and they didn't say anything when that first came out that if we were going to get stuff packs or not. But then some months later, we did get to work after Outdoor Treat, but then around that time, Luxury Party stuff leaked, and I was like, oh no, 3 pack types, that's really too much. But being realistic here, I don't think they are going to cut down on the number of pack types for the next Sims game. I think we will have expansion packs, game packs, and stuff packs all back again. And I wouldn't be surprised if they even added another pack type on top of that, like world packs, kind of like what we got in the Sims 3 store, though hopefully not charging the price of an expansion pack for those, because they literally have less content than a full expansion pack. But yeah, I would not be surprised if that's how The Sims 5 went, but if only. If only they did reduce the amount of packs, especially with The Sims 4. We got so many stuff packs. I'm sure we're going to get 20 at this point, but it's just like, yeah, if we're still going to have stuff packs for as long as The Sims remains around, then maybe with the next base game, should they go back to just having The Sims 2 style of it, then maybe people wouldn't get their expectations as high about stuff packs. Though, then again, I think a lot of people would also be disappointed if they did go back to The Sims 2 way of doing things, because then it's like, oh, wow, these stuff packs for The Sims 5, they're so shallow in comparison to what they were for The Sims 4, where they actually came with some gameplay. So that's a thing too. And personally, I do like how stuff packs come with some gameplay, because then I do think they have more overall value than what the stuff packs of the previous games of the franchise did. And it certainly helps that these stuff packs are $10 compared to the ones for The Sims 2 and The Sims 3 where they were $20. I guess if they were to do stuff packs for The Sims 5 that had no gameplay at all in them, then it would be best to make them $5 instead of $10, but I can't imagine them doing that. It seems like video games in general just tend to get more expensive instead of less expensive. And I'm not just saying that about EA's games. Like in Canada here, games have definitely gotten more expensive across the board, especially the AAA game releases. I'm a little surprised they actually did not do a Sims 4 store like the previously mentioned Sims 3 store, where they did charge a whole lot of money for pretty expensive content that came out on a monthly and later on a bi-weekly basis. It was a whole lot to keep up with at the time. And they must have made some serious bank off of that. I'm surprised, though pleasantly surprised, that they did not do this same thing for The Sims 4, and I actually just forgot. They also did that for The Sims 2, though it wasn't until the very, very end of the Sims 2 era, and I don't actually recall what the prices were for that, if they were at least around as expensive as the items were in the Sims 3 store. I think they were using the Sims 2 store as a test bed for the Sims 3 store pretty soon after. There is one positive I can think of with doing stuff packs that are just regular objects and creative sim items. Then they have more freedom to do all sorts of different themes without having to have gameplay to justify it. For example, looking back at the Sims 2 Teen Style stuff, my favorite stuff pack for the Sims 2, they had the 3 themes that reflect different sorts of teenagers in real life that can clash with each other, with the goth theme, the surfer theme, and the preppy theme. They all had that in there. There was no new gameplay, but they had all those objects that fall under these different themes. Whereas if they had made a pack just like it for The Sims 4, I don't think we would have had those 3 clashing themes. I think it would have just been the goth theme and then some sort of gameplay with that. Maybe, I don't know if they could fit a prom night event into a stuff pack, because then that would require making a new high school location and all that stuff. But maybe a sleepover event. Yeah, that would probably make more sense. Having like a sleepover event with the sleeping bag from The Sims 3 as a gameplay object, and not bunk beds, because they already have talked about how they can't really fit a bunk bed into a stuff pack. But yeah, sleepover, sleeping bags, and maybe one more sort of gameplay object, but it wouldn't have quite had that flavor of the Sims 2 Teen Style stuff, so I think certain people wouldn't like that so much. But feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Do you like the way the stuff packs are done for The Sims now with some extra gameplay thrown in? Or would you rather go back to the old style where you just have stuff? Just stuff. Just clothes and regular objects that don't do anything new. And be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Paralive, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!